Kane, it's 1-0. We're fucking down. 13th in the championship. The takeover happened, as I said it would. People will be... Oh, when have we got Leeds? Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Your Football Show. I didn't think I would be seeing you as quick as this, but look, we spoke about this earlier. Ben Godfrey. I said to you, my opinion was a lot like the Ben Davies link, a lot like the Nico Williams link. These are Premier League players that are not probably going to drop down to the Championship, if we're being totally honest. And as Sego would say, game over. Of course, there's a lot of people that might respect the validity of Fabrizio Romano, but for me, he's the GOAT. He's the one that 9 times out of 10, even if you want to call him a tapping merchant or whatever, he doesn't miss a beat, especially when it's coming from the Italian side as well. Genoa, now the latest club to be linked. Let me show you the story that Fabrizio Romano has tweeted out. No mention of Leeds in this as well. I think, look, exclusive. So this is right from the horse's mouth. Let me just go in. Genoa are considering a move for Ben Godfrey from Everton. Could be an option via the 777 connection. Anyone who wants to then say, oh, that's not right, look at the City group, Man City, yeah. Look at Watford's group, Udinese. These things happen all the time. And okay, 777 are not officially owners of Everton yet, but they will be. They're already loaning. They're already bankrolling Everton. Like, I was listening to the overlap. Jamie Carragher spoke about it. Jamie Carragher, Liverpool, knows it. Yeah, Everton fans, all that sort of stuff. They're already shed loading like 20 million a month to keep this club afloat. They will take charge, provided it's ratified by the Premier League. If it's not ratified, then they'll be in deep with 777. 777 are bad news just on that. I mean, Standard Liège, loads of clubs, one in Brazil. They're all getting relegated left, right, and centre. It ain't looking good for them. But ultimately, if they can agree this deal for Godfrey, a bit of a sweetener, if you like. Look, Football Insider, you have to take with a pinch of salt anyway. They mentioned AC Milan, Fabrizio Romano's mentioning Genoa towards the bottom end of Serie A. So they were way off the mark, it seems. Look, there may be validity, or at least some inquiries made to Everton from the Leeds United side. But again, just like Ben Davies, again, like Nico Williams, and I said to you on the earlier video that we did, that there's been ambitious, and then sometimes it's like, do we need to have a little bit of realism? Because, we have, say, a Connor Roberts sat there. We have a Ryan Giles who could be on his way to Hull City. And I know they'd rather get their number one target. This is something that Graham Smith said to us a while back. Leeds are willing to run the risk and wait for that number one spot. And, of course, Ben Godfrey, not by any stretch of the imagination saying I won't want him. Of course I would want him, Of course I would want him. But I think the thing is as well, and you're right, Mr. Dodo, you are right. But what I also want to add, it says discussions taking place, but there are more clubs interested in Godfrey. Now, of course, we may be one of these clubs, but what that tells me is there is a host of football clubs after Ben Godfrey at this moment in time. Where do you, if you're being realistic, of the clubs that could be in for Godfrey, where do Leeds United rank in that hierarchy? If we're being honest, we ain't going to be number one pick. Fulham have been linked. Again, that was Football Insider, so I'm not too sure, but Fulham have been linked. There'll be other clubs that will look at Ben Godfrey and say, yeah, he can do a job for us. Definitely towards the bottom end of the Premier League. Look, Sheffield United were linked the other day. I think, you may be in with the chance of getting him ahead of Sheffield United because they could be coming down. But I think if you're looking, at say a Fulham or clubs like that may be interested in him, then we're way down the pecking order. Let's be realistic here. So, I know there might have been some talks or reports saying, it was close to a deal and everybody wants the deal and all this sort of stuff. But again, if there's even a chance that someone of Ben Godfrey's quality can come to Leeds United, it alerts the rest of clubs, that could definitely be after his signature, at which point they then usurp Leeds United. Unfortunately, it's where we are as a football club. You know, and now Fraz Fletcher, who's part of Football Insider or Team Talk, sorry, they're all of the same brush, is now saying, as exclusively reported earlier, Ben Godfrey leaning towards European move, even though in his piece he said AC Milan. Genoa keen as per Fabrizio Romano. Race on. Everton prefer full sale over loan. No mention of Leeds this time around. Do you know what I mean? He's just trying to spin it round now of like, oh yeah, European transfer. When you actually look at the piece, he said AC Milan. Yeah, whatever, pal. It is what it is. Leeds United, unfortunately, I can't see. And listen, I hold my hands up if I'm wrong. But like with Ben Davies, and I said to you, it was great that these players are linked. And I said, we even put the poll out. We even put the poll out, didn't we? Like, and 71% of people felt that, you know, we had a chance. But I just, it's a hard deal for Leeds United to do. You know, I think if you're Leicester City, and I say that because they're almost there. Well, he didn't say that though, did he? Sorry, I'm just replying. Sorry, just responding to someone on Twitter. So yeah, look, it's one. But what this has then done is sent the fan base into raptures. I think for me, I'm really calm. I'm quite surprised at some fans' response to a deal that maybe we were never even going to get done. You know, was it ever on? Of course, there may have been conversations. I believe there could have been conversations with Ben Davies. There could have been conversations with Nico Williams, but you know, they just feel a little bit out of Leeds United's remit at this moment in time. They're deals that maybe if you're promoted bottom end of the Championship, you can have it. But look, the Jack Harrison thing you could maybe use as a sweetener. But as we know, with Everton's financial woes, they'll prefer getting a player off their books. They'll prefer getting someone who's on 70k a week off their books. So it looks like one that might slip through the net. Of course, you know, yesterday when this was muted, or the day before, I was, you know, saying it looks like it could be. Of course, we'll be buzzing, but yeah. What's this? Jamie says fans should be pissed off about the window. No, you shouldn't. It's not closed yet. Be pissed off at the end of it. And I know that's, listen, people in glass houses and all that, because I was pissed off last in the summer. So fair play. I hold my hands up for that. But my reasoning behind that was because it felt like a continuation of. I felt like it was a continuation of the previous regime. We've seen with this regime that they do move different, and they do wait, and they are data led, and they will feel there will be an opportune moment for them to strike. And I have faith in them. I do. I do have faith that by the end of the window, then that we will be sorted. You know what I mean? We will be sorted. So I just think calmer. Joe, big up to Joe, smashing it at the minute as well. Great to see Joe. He said we've lost Ayling, fourth choice, Spence, awful addition, and 2 loanees. That's what I mean. That this is the thing, isn't it? It's like we've lost 2, but take yourself back with you going, sell Ayling, get rid. He's terrible. And now it's like we've lost Ayling. I can't believe we're letting this happen. How can we let this happen? No one wanted him in the fucking side anyway. No one wanted him in the squad. So why are we losing that shit over him going? He wasn't even getting played. And Jed Spence, everyone was saying, he's played out of position. Why don't we want him? Now we've got Thirpo, you know, everyone said that, you know, this is his level, he'll be good at this level. And that's proved to be the case up to this point in the small appearances. But it's never good enough, is it? But for me, it's calm, man. Like, I don't see the need for it right now. Right now, we don't need it. As I've said to you, I said this a couple of weeks back. Daniel Farke and Leeds United will assess it game by game. End of the day, we've got 7 days left. I think the actual window, we've got 8 because the window shuts on February the 1st, right? So they've got more than a week. And guess what? After the weekend where we won, no fresh injuries, fully fit squad. Play Wednesday night, yeah? Play Wednesday night, fully fit squad going into it. He's going to make changes for Saturday anyway. So he'll be calm with the squad right now. Then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, that's when they'll hit. That's when I believe they'll hit because they've got a full week or they've got till Friday then, Bristol City. But at this moment in time, any player that was to come in isn't getting in yet. They're not getting in. We're not in dire need. Both our left backs are fit. First time this season, actually. Probably. Fact check me. Both left backs are fit. We have Archie Gray and Jamie Shack, both fit. So there is no inherent need for it right now. And I get social media, I get FIFA fans, I get FM fans, but this is the real world. This is the real world. And I think the way they're operating is fine. We have enough right now for where we are. Come the end of the season or come the end of January, of course, I want additions. Of course, I want additions. Of course, no one's saying that, but we don't need it right now. We don't need it right now, this minute. So that's why the club are willing. I do believe, let's say, both left backs are out, we would have already had them. We'd have already had a choice in, and it might not have been number one choice. Yeah, my bad, Joe. I'm an FF fan as well, but you get what I'm saying, bro. We moved from January. And listen, as a content creator, this is the time. I love this time. It's great. Within the space of 2 hours, I've been able to say, could Godfrey happen? Oh, no, it's done. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not listen, it is what it is, but I'm just giving my opinion on where my head's at. And I understand everybody's different and people will be losing their head. And it's like, oh my God, we've lost out on Ryan Giles to Hull, Carvalho to Hull. Embarrassing. For whatever reason, the club, they didn't fancy Giles. I disagree. That's fine, but I'm not going to lose my head on it because I have enough confidence. And of course, that can change. That can change after January. If they didn't give us any additions and Firpo brought down, I'd be fuming and I'd say they're to blame. And I do believe it would be negligent. But until that window shuts on February the 1st, I'm calm because I think they will get us what we need. That's just my opinion. As I said, the window's still open. Yeah. If February the 2nd they haven't, then you're right, Jamie. And like I've said, because I've been on here as saying it, caught it for kit, they'll break down straight away. Firpo will be like, yeah, I've had enough now. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, Carvalho, we'd have took Carvalho, but we couldn't give him his minutes. That's not losing out. Look, at the end of the day, Hull City sent Scott Twine back. We weren't willing to do that. In order for them to get Carvalho, they said to Scott Twine, see ya. And he's gone somewhere else now. I think he's gone Bristol City or something. But he's gone. And then they brought in Carvalho. We weren't willing to do that. We weren't going to say to Jadon Anthony, on your bed, or on your bike. You know what I mean? We're going to send you back so we can give Carvalho minutes. Carvalho couldn't have played anyway. So, it is what it is. And I was told earlier on, there's some positive signs. Maybe they're right. Maybe, me doing this video in an hour's time might look silly, but at the end of the day, when Fabrizio's saying Genoa are interested, and listen, I'm not saying Genoa are a huge club. They're struggling as well, right? I believe, just off the top of my head. Let me just have a look on the Serie A. I believe they're in a relegation fight. Maybe I'm wrong. No, they're 11th. They're 11th. So yeah, they're going to be fine, aren't they? So it's not even like. Let's have a look. Yeah, they won 2-1 at the weekend. Because Spence played, didn't he? Played at left wing back, by the way. But yeah, look, 17 points. They're on 25. Yeah, they're not out of it yet, are they? But yeah, there's quite a distance and a lot of clubs in between them. But And that's after winning at the weekend, actually. So they would have been on 22. So, yeah, it'd have been a bit shorter. But he can go to a club that's currently placed mid-table in Serie A. If the links to Milan were ever true, he can go there. You know for a fact that he will have interest in the Premier League as well. Like Fulham have been, linked and stuff like that. So, yeah, it is what it is. I don't like. Someone's just said there. So going from relegation to mid-table in a foreign league over a potential promotion. Well, it does though, doesn't it, bro? Potential promotion. Can go to Italy. Can go to Italy where there's a lot of English exports at the minute. You know what I mean? So why not? Why not? I know where I'd go if I'm not a Leeds United fan. Do you know what I mean? I know where I'd go. So yeah, it looks like the deal was off before it was ever on. The fact that Leeds, because I believe, according to some, that the deal was close or there was a lot of positive signs and, could he be in Leeds and all that. The fact that Fabrizio Romano hasn't even name-checked Leeds and just said Genoa, mentioned 777 and says other clubs. I think Leeds United, if we're being honest with ourselves, if we were to look down that list of these clubs, because they will be a host, where are Leeds going to be? Are they going to be the priority? They're not. Is Farke going to be priority? They're not. And the reason that we've got proof of this as well, we've got proof of this because we've seen it with Max Aarons. Max Aarons had been at Thorpe Arch near enough. He was there, he was ready to go. Then he got a call from the Premier League. So relationship with Farke was done. Do you see what I'm saying? So I think that's something worth considering. That even if maybe this morning it was close, and Genoa now mid-table Serie A, but I think there'll be a host of clubs after Ben Godfrey. Even if like there wasn't initially, as all agents talk, all clubs are aware of what other clubs are doing. As soon as Leeds, Ben Godfrey, Leeds, is he available, Ben Godfrey? Get onto his agent, we'll have a look at him. That's how it goes, right? Look, Tommy, we've got history in it. Daniel Farke's pulling power was null and void because in Premier League, different. Maybe he acquires Max Aarons over Bournemouth, but we're in the Championship. Max Aarons is very grateful for everything Farke has done for his career and said as much, but he was willing to drop it to play in the Premier League. And why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Bournemouth were, Iriola was unknown to Max Aarons, I would assume. Do you know what I mean? He knew Farke. He gave him his opportunity and he said, I'm going Premier League. Do you know what I mean? So this is the thing, isn't it? I think, but Ryan, I think with this one, I hear what you're saying, I do. But, it's an Italian team. I listen to what, I read what Fab says as near enough gospel a lot of the time. He very rarely steers many long. So I think it's the 777 thing as well. Like, that makes sense. Look, at the end of the day, I know they don't own Everton, but they're already bankrolling them. So they can say, yeah, look, bush. And it may even be a way of getting around circumventing FFP and that. We know these loopholes happen. Listen, if we take him from there and say we're giving you that, then that'll get round that. Come on now, we're not daft. Yeah, but he didn't, bro. But he didn't, did he? He decided to stay in the Bundesliga and not play any minutes. So that point's null and void, because I can say Max Aarons was going to come for the Championship with Farke, but then he went Premier League. You know what I mean? So, yeah. We'll have to wait and see. It is what it is. Listen, I'll leave it there because it's not a long one. The deal's off before it was even on, maybe. Don't forget to join us at 6:45, an hour before kickoff, because Leeds United take on Norwich City. Massive game. And maybe between now and then, we'll probably hear some more on this Godfrey stuff. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Peace out now. Enjoy your evening. Go watch some Joe Blackburn videos as well. He's got some good stuff out. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit, folks. Peace.